Good Wednesday morning, everyone. It is the middle of the week. All right, so a couple things I want to go over here. Today is going to be a fairly short video, but there's something I really need to explain. It has to do with this sign. So I did finally finish up this sign. I got a nice gloss finish on it. We're going to ship this out. But there's something that kind of came up in the making of this that we actually got a lot of requests to make this shape and add this shape to our cutout patterns on our website. So by the time you see this, it is there. This is called the dome. So this is a dome cutout pattern. So now if you guys go back and watch the first video that I did, I used this to cut out this shape. And the size is 14 by 24, basically. Approximately 14 by 24. But here's what I had to do. In order to make this as a product, a cutout pattern as a product, what I had to do is I had to reduce it slightly. So the pattern that you guys, that is now available on the website is not 14, it's 13 tall. Still 24 long. I think 24. 22, excuse me, 22 long. So, but that's the same as this, 22 by 13 tall. Had to do that for a couple different reasons. The biggest reason is shipping this thing gets kind of cumbersome in the box that we have that we can really ship this in and keep our costs down is limited. So I had to trim an inch off of this. But anyway, so this is 13 by 22. This is on the website now, $35, just like all of our other big patterns. But what I really wanted to emphasize is this is what I did. When I had to resize this, I cut this originally at the 14 by 22. And I just shoved one of those screws right into my finger. Ouch. I cut it originally at 14 by 22, then I trimmed it down to 13, rounded the corners, and this is going to be what you guys get is a piece just like this. But for production, like I've mentioned before, I made myself a production pattern, and this is, again, I made this off of this. That, by the way, that spiral upcut bit cutter that I use, it cuts this HDPE just fine. So I use the same cutter to cut all my stuff. It cuts the HDPE, which is what this is. It's cutting board material, a ½ thick. But here's what I'm going to do. This pattern is my master. I will actually write master right across this. I'll stick it up on a shelf so that if something ever happens to my production pattern, I've got the master pattern. That's what we emphasize that you guys do. When you guys get these patterns, make yourself another pattern off of this. If you can make it out of HDPE, or you can make it out of, really good plywood, I guess, whatever. Make it out of something that's going to last longer than the MDF, which is what this material is. Then take your original, stick it up on a shelf so you've got it if you ever need to, if something ever happens to your production pattern. That's always the best way to go. Because, time after time I see people, especially with the Live to Ride, because it's got so much shape to it, the Live to Ride cutout pattern, if you should happen to kind of nick it or come up over the edge or whatever, and you ruin your original pattern, you either have to repair that with something, Bondo or something, or you have to get another one or make another one. If you keep your master up on a shelf just away, hopefully you'll never need it, but it's there in case you do, in case something happens to this. So that basically is what I really wanted to go over. Again, they're available now, $35 plus $7.50 shipping. And then if you can work that in with other stuff that you're ordering, so much the better. That is about it. So now, also remember, when I made this sign, you can't even see it, but when I made this sign, remember I laminated a board on top of this to match. And there's actually a lamination in there. You can't hardly even see it, but this is 14 wide. Your normal material will only come probably 11 inches wide. At the max, 12 inches wide. So this is 13, so you still got to laminate a board. Go back and watch the very first the very first video, I think it was 274, I think. But that being said, the other option for bigger mill, we don't edit. You didn't hear that. You did not hear that. And that had nothing to do with me pounding on the table. All right, so we went down to a sawmill the other day and got a piece of slab. And if you have access to we're going to put a link to the Wine Glass Bar Sawmill. It's like a tongue twister. Wine Glass Bar Sawmill. We'll put all their information. They're in Phoenix. Put all their information down below. But here's what they do, which is so cool. You guys got to go check these guys out. They repurpose trees that are fallen or fell for whatever reason, maybe for construction, or the tree went, fell over in the wind or whatever. But trees that normally would end up in dump sites in the landfill, they take them and then they have a mill where they saw them into either cookies, where they're cutting them the other way, or they cut them into slabs. And then woodworkers go down there, and we're going to put a video at the end of this, and it's amazing. But here's the cool part. They're in Phoenix. But Rex, it's two partners, old guys. You'll probably see them in the videos. But go check them out. They've got an Instagram, they've got a Facebook, and a website. They're really, really cool guys. But Rex was saying that in every big city, there is basically somebody that does exactly what they do. They take these trees that normally would end up in the landfill or for firewood or whatever, and they repurpose them and they cut them into slabs. So if you guys live in and around a big metropolitan area, he says all of them have them. So they would be, I'm not sure how you would search for them, but Google in your area, rescue trees or repurposed sawmills, and he says they get most of their wood that they find out about trees that have come down from the arborists in the area where they're at. So you guys might be able to check out arbor groups in your area, and you may be able to find slabs and stuff like this. This is acacia. This is what he tells us, that this is a piece of acacia. And we're going to use it for a future project. We don't even know yet, but we couldn't, they had you could spend $1,000 in there like that. It was crazy. Like a kid in a candy store. Crazy. It was, and they, but anyway, the videos that we took while we were down there. But anyway, I suggest, guys, if you're looking for slabs and stuff, find these places that that repurpose these logs and these trees, because you can make some beautiful stuff. They've got all different kinds of species.
And anyway, all different sizes. They're huge.
Oh yeah, huge cookies. Slabs that are this big around, 48, 50 inches. Slabs that are 30 inches wide by 8 foot long. Just unbelievable stuff. We spent 3 or 4 hours there, and we could have been there all day easily. But anyway, that is it for today, you guys. Again, I'm going to attach the video and some pictures and stuff of down there, our visit down there, and go check them out. Rex and LeVar, I think, are and I think they're cousins. They're cousins. They grew up together. But anyway, they've got a great story. Go check them out. But definitely check out the possibility that you might have slabs in your area. That is it, guys. So Friday, we've got something on tap for Friday, but I can't remember what it is. But we'll have another video in a couple of days, and we've got a big collaboration coming up. We got several different new projects coming up that will be showing in the next few days, the next few weeks. So everybody have a great week, and we will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
For me, I was going to take it to Idaho, and at the time, his wife was suffering with a brain disease, and she needed a handicapped bathroom, and so I traded him labor for remodeling his house for Cicely, and he built this saw. I said to him, well, I don't have time to mill wood in Idaho. Let's mill wood down here when I'm a snowbird. So we got 4 loads of ponderosa pine, we thought we was gonna make flower boxes. Right?
Yeah.
We even made some. Tried to see if we market them. I go home for the summer. I get a call about July, and Rick says all these trees blew down on Litchfield Park. They're giving them away. Should I get them? And so he lives in Litchfield Park, and he said, yeah. I said, let's get them. We had no idea that all this hardwood was going to the dump. We thought we was going to do ponderosa pine, and that was it. And that's how it started. You got that first load. Some of these are still laying here because they're too big for this saw. And so this saw is what we started out with as a hobby.
How long ago was that?
That was what, 4 years ago? Yeah. 4 years ago. And it just went from there. And what's neat about it is all these craftsmen have found us and starting to build around us. Or some of them were using pallets for building furniture. Some of them are going to Home Depot and gluing boards together to make signs. And they found us. This is one of them. And they came here like kids in a candy store. Mm-hmm. And we want everybody to go away feeling satisfied that they got a good deal and that they'll come back. And we'd like to see this grow. And we're just enjoying doing it. So let's fire this up. Rex can run this one. I run the other one.
They grow real fast, but when they get big and the heartwood is when they're younger, there's a lot of sapwood, but the sapwood does have well, it finishes up nice, but it's the heartwood is very pretty. Anybody have any questions?
How did you come across that tree? Where did it come from?
We get most of our trees from arborists. It costs them money to take it to the dump, and it saves them money.
Yes, that's what they said. I wouldn't have known that if they hadn't said it.